Is en route to Alaska, where he will meet with his Russian counterpart later today to discuss ending the war in Ukraine. Our Eamon Javers has the latest this morning from D.C. Morning, Eamon.
Yeah, good morning to you, Carl. The president got underway early this morning, boarding Air Force One at Joint Base Andrews on his way to Anchorage, Alaska. The White House has billed this meeting as sort of a listening exercise between Trump and President Putin of Russia, the idea being they need to hear where Putin is in order to come up with a deal to end the Russia-Ukraine war. But at the same time, the president has expressed some optimism that Vladimir Putin might be ready to strike a deal this time. Here's what he said earlier this week.
I think that President Putin would like to see a deal. I think if I weren't president, he would take over all of Ukraine. It's a war that should have never happened. If I weren't president, in my opinion, he would much rather take over all of Ukraine. But I am president, and he's not going to mess around with me.
So it's a long flying time to get to Anchorage from Washington, D.C. We won't see most of these events play out until late afternoon East Coast time, guys. What we're going to watch for here is the president's greeting with Putin. That'll be the first indicator of how things are going. How warm is that greeting? How encouraging is the body language before they go into that private meeting? They've said it's going to be a one-on-one meeting with translators in addition to a bilateral lunch here with some of the officials who are traveling alongside the two leaders. And then the question is, do we get a side-by-side press conference on the way out? That would be an indication that things have gone relatively well. The President Trump has said he will brief reporters after the fact, whether he's with Putin or on his own. So we will expect to hear from the president later today, guys. How much later is the big question? Not sure. That'll happen before the end of day here on the East Coast, guys. Back over to you.
Eamon, it's Scott. A deal for what is the question, because the president has already told European leaders that he won't negotiate territorial issues today at all.
Yeah, I mean, there have been reports that the president is considering offering access to rare earth minerals and other things to the Russians. No word on whether that's accurate or not. So we're going to have to wait and see, Scott. But your point is well taken. The question is, what incentives can Trump offer Putin here to get a deal to the table that are things that the Ukrainians will accept, right? Vladimir Zelensky is not going to be at this meeting. The president has suggested there might be another meeting involving all three sides. And so, you know, can they get to a deal here today or not? The expectation is probably not, but we'll see.
There's a bunch of different trades embedded in what might happen today and in the coming meetings if we get them, Eamon. We'll talk with you a little bit later. Eamon Javers.